Yo, just before we jump into the episode, I want to let you guys know that we are launching our very own podcast course, and it's called Mindset Mastery. Reverse engineer the thing. If you want to master your mind, you're going to check it out. If you think that there's gems in the main episodes we do, the course is next level. It's got 5 whole courses touching on setting yourself free from expectations, understanding self-talk, building confidence and discipline. It's just nuts. We've also added in a whole workbook and guide sheet for you to work through as you're going through the course in each of its modules. You do not want to miss it, yeah? Link below. Make sure you check it out now.
We're doing push-ups, yeah?
We're doing push-ups, you get me?
Yeah, cool. I've got a song to play, yeah?
Yeah.
I've got a song to play.
Yeah. We're in, got the purpose led in the building. You get me?
Good man.
I know Rob's been in the gym, so he's gonna outdo me on the push-ups and that.
all the time,
Get
man.
me?
Yeah, Rob's always in there, man.
Yeah.
Let's go! But this is what I do, bro.
Yo, Lightning McQueen, bloody someone get my asthma pump.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, shout out my boys Purpose Leather. Shout out Nipper as well, man.
Shout out Nipper, man.
In the building, man.
We start right now.
We're in.
We're
What
locked,
you
man.
guys doing, man?
Start, man.
Trying, bro.
Bro.
Trying, bro.
What trim on my hair?
Well, both.
Oh, both. I got them done 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and then I got a trim on the same day still.
Guys, if you were wondering why our breath.
Yeah, bro.
Tell them.
I told the man them, all of us, 50 fam. Straight up, man. But
Straight.
I look forward to today,
It's
man.
always the bowler ones trying to put the Marga guys to shame.
That's what I'm saying.
50. I know Tyler could do 23. You get me?
But you know what? Yeah, this one here, I've been looking forward to for a while
Nah,
now.
listen, like it's well overdue.
Well
You know what I mean?
overdue,
Well overdue,
man.
well overdue. It's only right we come
It's
together.
been cooking too long. Take it out of the oven, man.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
It's
It's
about
about
time,
bird, bro.
It's
What
bird,
are we
bro.
doing,
Yeah.
bro? The food has to be good, man. What are you man saying, though?
Yeah, man. Good. But yeah, listen, how was you lot's journey down here, though, man?
Yeah,
What
that
you
was
saying?
good, man.
Yeah?
Quick
Actually,
one.
You weren't even that calm.
Was it
We
not?
took the wrong. We took the wrong way.
Oh,
So
is it?
down.
The congestion
I'm seeing
charge
60
way.
minutes there. I'm thinking, niggas.
To the congestion charge way, man. We went past Victoria Station.
That's
yeah,
bread you got to
it's mad.
spend.
It is what it is, man.
Is what it
Everything
is.
else for a reason, man.
How you guys feeling today, though, man?
Bro, I'm feeling good, man. Obviously, today, at this table here, no caps on my teeth, man.
No caps.
But we're feeling good. We got rain, though.
Wait,
Yeah.
I think. Is that foil over there? Let me just see if I can just put something on my teeth. I'm joking.
No, big up rain. But you might have been killing it, though, man.
Come on, man.
Trying, bro.
Not humble, not cocky, just confident. We're doing our
That's
thing,
it,
you know what
bro.
I mean?
That's
As are
it,
you,
man.
You know
That's
what I
it,
mean? But
man.
yeah, big up Rain though. Big up all the guests we've had on, and then big up the legends themselves.
Come
Let's
on, man.
talk, man.
man.
So, I'm guessing most of our audience know who you guys are, but
Yeah.
for those who don't know, chat to us.
Yes,
who's
people.
on?
Hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Coach Klutze, or Robert Klutze. I am a public speaking and communication and confidence coach. I help growth-minded individuals become more confident public speakers and persuasive presenters who inspire and influence the audience. Where's that too? Got a podcast with my brother. Top 5% most shared podcast in the world.
Boom.
Doing some amazing stuff there. Events. We go to universities. We go to schools. I'm out of breath, by the way, as you can tell. And also, I'm a project manager too, so I do a few things on the side, man. I just balance it
Do you hear
all.
what they said? Top 5%? Yeah. All right. Don't
Top
try
10,
past
man.
those numbers.
Not even top 10.
It's actually,
half that.
It's actually, you know, it's mad, you know. When I think about it, I'm like, raw.
Yeah.
Top 5% in the, bro, it's bare podcasts.
Big up
crazy, bro.
Spotify, man, for real.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
That was in our 2022 rap.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully
Big.
2023 will be top 3%.
Yeah.
Top 1, you know.
That's it, man. That's it.
Yeah. Jono, chat to us, man.
Who are
So
you, bro?
me,
Mm.
a business.
Well, yeah, my business, man.
So
Yeah,
I run a personal branding and podcasting agency.
Yeah.
Full time, that's what I do.
Mhm.
And I also run the podcast with Rob, and then I also run a group called The Round Table.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Which we're all in rap.
All in.
yeah,
We're
I'm
All in.
full
You
lockdown,
lot should be
yeah.
in that too.
I'm in.
Let's put that in the description if we can.
Yeah, we've got that.
Yeah,
Links.
This is for like entrepreneurs, go-getters, all that kind of stuff as well.
Proper.
And that's going to be like we're going to introduce like an inner circle. It's like networking, going to different countries, linking up there,
Dope, man.
and having masterminds as well.
Serious.
So that's my thing. I'm just trying to get like a whole group of entrepreneurs together to just scale. That's my main thing. And of course, scaling my own business too.
Serious.
Kind of pave the way and then help other people pave their own ways too.
Mando,
That's
big.
what I do, my brother.
Alright then, cool. So let's touch on podcasts.
Talk to
You
us.
got our podcast, you got your podcast.
Yeah,
but what's
yeah.
Purpose Led all about, man? And what's the story behind it? Why did it start?
Okay, so first of all, so obviously, if you guys don't know, we're all purpose led. What's it all about? All about equipping people to live a life of purpose. So how it started off for us, right? During Clubhouse times, yeah. You guys know about Clubhouse?
Yeah.
So we're on Clubhouse. We're seeing people talk about body counts and sex and stuff like that. not really about conversation, to be honest. I'm like how many times we talk about who takes who on the first date? I'm still out of breath, you know, guys. How many times we talk about who takes who out on the first date? Like, I take you out on the first date, I pay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's talking about all these conversations. I'm like, what is this?
Boring, man.
It's boring. John said the same thing. Me and him, these times here, this is during lockdown. So we're both talking about these type of conversations about purpose, lifestyle, mindset, set your mind right to win.
And we just started reading as well. And it wasn't just that too. Like we were seeing other people and they were talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they were talking about business, and there was Grant Cardone on Clubhouse giving up free game to people that aren't paying him.
Crazy.
I said people are talking about body counts at 4 a.m. and Grant Cardone's giving up, and he's just giving out game for free. And I was like, okay, cool. So they're doing this in America. I don't see anyone that looks like us doing this in the UK. So we found a lane and we started to run in it. And we were on the phone. We were just talking. We just have these conversations normally, and we were like, why don't we just do this on Clubhouse? If people want to listen, they can listen.
So as Bro beautifully said, so we started doing that. One person joined, then 2, then 3, then 4. Then we built a lovely community, plus 600 people. And around what? Maybe like March time 2020, when a call. And then people saying to us, I love what you guys are doing, but the problem is, because Clubhouse is one of the things, it's like a live radio station. If you're in it, you're in it. If you're not, you can't play it back. So everyone said to us, we love what you're doing, but the problem is, we're not here, we don't get it. So can you find a way to make this more sustainable long term so we can look back at it in 5 years time, 10 years time? And someone said to us, start a podcast.
It was Arena, big up Arena.
Start a podcast, pick up Arena.
Big her up, man.
Big her up, man. Trust me. So she said start a podcast. Start a podcast. Now, July, our first episode dropped July 2021 on the 25th of July. It dropped then. And then, by the grace of God, just continue to move, man. Yeah, man. Top 5.
And that's the thing. That's the thing as well. Sorry to cut you off, but it's like every single stage that we've gone to, it's been like just step by step. It's not been a thing of, we're gonna start a podcast one day and we're gonna speak at schools. No, it started off like we're just gonna have a conversation. We're gonna do it on Clubhouse as well. And the other people started joining in. And then when the other people started joining in, they said, this needs to be called something. We didn't have the name Purpose Led. We didn't come up with the name Purpose Led. We had a room and it was AJ. Big up AJ. He bought his mum a yard recently. Big him up. He's doing his thing as well.
He's like 18, fam.
No, he's not 18 anymore.
How old is he now?
Is he not 19 or 20 now?
Something like that. But he's young. I was in
Regardless, like,
serious,
friendly,
man.
that's still,
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, in those ages, you're buying your mama house, that's big. That's something that we all want to do, I'm guessing.
100%.
All of us want to do that. And but that's besides the point. But he, I think like someone came up with led. I think he came up with purpose, because you lot talk about like purpose and mindset. And someone else came up with led, with like purpose led. It's just made purpose led.
Bro, so what I'm hearing now, it's just that it's been a natural progression, bro.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been too forced. Like you haven't been pulling this thing. It's been happening naturally. And when things like that happen, that's when you know you've hit the jackpot essentially. Do you get me? Because it's rolling authentically and it's resonating with people. Do you know what I mean? So you're doing something right, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much, man. And you know what is, like as you said there, bro, we didn't plan to go to universities. We didn't plan to go and talk in schools. We've done a few universities now, quite a few schools. Looking to go to corporate soon to do this stuff here. We never would have thought it came from this. But as you said, bro, we're just being organic, trusting the process and being our natural selves. So a lot of people, they're scared to show their real selves, especially on cameras, because they're scared what people can figure about them. But at the end of the day, there's only one of you. There's only one of us, only one of you guys here. We showed our best foot. People liked it. Cool, amazing. We've grown and grown and grown. Top 5% most shared in the world, millions of views on TikTok, go follow us on TikTok, Instagram, thousands, hundreds of thousands on Instagram, go follow us on Instagram. All these things here, but all came from us just being ourselves and being organic. So that's for everyone right now. Quick little gem before we even get into it properly, because right now we're cooking. Be yourself and show up online. Trust me, just show up, because you'll find a tribe of people. I don't know how we found our tribe. We found our tribe and we found some amazing brothers on the way.
That's it. The biggest thing for me is your vibe attracts your tribe. And I keep saying that to people. I keep saying to us.
There's going to be a lot of squads in this episode. I can tell
all the time, because your vibe attracts your tribe. So the vibe that we put out there, you've been to I think one of our events, right? And you understand the people that you met, they're all cool people, right?
100%.
I like to think that we're cool people. So
Yeah,
our
cool
vibe.
kids still, I can't
Yeah,
lie.
cool. And we like to attract, not even we like to, we just attract those
happens,
kind of
innit?
people.
Organically.
Because we put
That's
that
what I'm
out,
saying.
so we get that back.
100, bro. Let me tell you a quick story.
Talk to us, bro.
I reckon around 2020. Dropped out all of my original friends that I went to school with, and it's crazy. So
As in, you completely cut them off.
gone. Do you get me? So it's a thing. Obviously, like little things happen, whatever the case may be. But end of the day, they was cut.
Mad.
My dad always used to tell me that when you finish school, you're not gonna be with these friends forever, innit? And it's like as soon as he said that, it happened. Boom.
Wow.
Do you get me? Cut out my friends. So then, really and truly, 2020, first like 2-3 months, I'm just rocking solo. Do you know what I mean? Rocking solo, doing my thing, but I'm focused. I'm locked in fully. Naturally, people start coming. Meet Ty, my boy Azefa, my boy Koza. And it's like these things, I didn't go out there and say, yo, I want to be friends with you. That didn't happen. That's what I'm saying. It's organically flowing to man because man's putting the energy out there.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
that's good,
That
man.
3 months, bro, locked in, reading. In my books, business is doing well. No one's troubling me. I'm healthy, I'm doing good. I'm going gym.
Come on.
Naturally, I link up.
I saw his story yesterday, bro. You looking good, man. Do your thing is here.
I'm trying. Do you know what I mean?
That's real though.
What you said your vibe attracts your tribe, and that's real, bro, because that's exactly what happened to man. Do you know what I mean?
Man, now watch this real quick, yeah? I want the audience to really deep this, right? I read this in my book yesterday. And I'm making
What book is it?
This book was called God's Way to Become a Millionaire.
Okay.
Watch this, yeah? It said, yeah, your attitude... I've got the line. No, it said, watch this, yeah? Your attitude determines your altitude.
What does that mean?
I like
Your
altitude.
Your altitude. Yeah, your attitude determines your altitude. Altitude. So, what we all done here, we all set our minds, had the right attitudes. We rose. And when we're rising, we're seeing people on the way who are at that level too, and we just, as you said, your vibe attracts your tribe. So when we're rising, we're increasing our attitude, improving our mindsets, we're meeting people on the way who help us in our journeys, and now we're all flying together.
Real. Two things. Firstly, man, said your attitude. Like, man, you just forgot because I can't. That was jokes. But on the real, yeah. Beneath all the jokes, that's serious, innit? And I definitely resonate because I think that at the end of the day, it's like your frequency, innit? You man know on the spiritual mind. So it's like the attitude you have, the energy you put into the universe will dictate what frequency or vibration you're gonna be on. And then thus being on that frequency or vibration, you're gonna attract things that are on that same level you're at.
100%, bro. 100%.
Because this guy, is he tired?
Yeah.
He always tries to come with these Shakespeare words. Like, thus.
Shut up, bro. Why did I say thus? Did I say that? Did I say that?
We're going to play it back.
No, you said something similar.
Man, damn, don't do that to me.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, man. I like my English literature.
Do you know what I mean? But alright, cool. So now, I want to dig a little bit deeper.
To us, brethren.
I want to rewind it, get to the surface, the foundation.
Yeah.
What was your lot's childhood like? Yeah, so I'm talking between like... I'm talking 5 to 10.
Okay.
That stage in your life, yeah. If you guys can even go back that far, I know the Mandem are getting old now.
Yeah. We're got fab.
What was that stage of your life looking at? What was your friends like? What was your environment like? Parent situation. What was that saying?
I like that.
Go first.
I'm thinking because that's primary. Tell me the years. What years?
5 to 10.
No, but I'm saying like years in school years.
That'll be
Let's say
like
from
year 1 to like year 5.
Oh gosh, can I even remember?
Like year 6, like.
It's 10 years.
I think year 6 you're like 11.
11. But yeah, let's say primary school times.
Primary school times. From what I remember, I just remember that I like my friends. Didn't necessarily like school. It just kind of carried over to secondary school. But I definitely like my friends, like chilling with my friends. I was creative as well. I didn't really draw. There was nothing particularly I'd say I was good at like that. Even photography like that. I wouldn't say I was
came
great
later
at
on,
that.
innit?
That came later on. Or maybe even like when I was in year 6, I started taking pictures and that. But then I think the real, what I actually remember was like secondary school times. That's what I remember. But yeah, primary school, not so much. I don't really remember too much from primary school.
Let me give you a question then that might jog your memory, yeah? What's one thing that you would tell yourself now in hindsight to that kid in primary school? One piece of advice or what would you tell him?
The question is, would I listen, number one? But number 2, I think
That's good. That's a great
probably
question.
it's a good question.
Great question. I've got an answer to that.
You got an answer to it.
But I just tell my story before.
Can you tell your story? Then I'll come back to it.
Alright, cool. So for me, yeah, obviously, as you guys know, I'm public speaking and confidence coach, right? So, but for me, my story didn't begin how it is now. So obviously, you guys see me as a charismatic, confident speaker, but my story wasn't like that. You guys probably know. Coming to our event, I couldn't speak properly till I was 4 years old. I was in speech therapy till I was 10. So I was confident, but I had very big problems speaking. So I'll make big progress speaking when I was like around 6 years old, and I'll go backwards. It was like 5 steps forward in my speech development and like 10 steps backwards for so long. And then I'll go to speech therapy, and then by the grace of God, by 10 years old, I finished speech therapy. I was good. I was a good level there. So for me, between the ages of 4 to 10, it was really just fine-tuning who I was, fine-tuning my voice, and finding my voice and speaking with confidence. Because for so many years, it was hard for me to do that. And I can't lie to you, the teachers in my school, especially in my primary school, because of my difficulties, they used to think I was lesser than. They wouldn't think I would amount to too much. So I always had something on my shoulders to be like, I had to go harder. So for me, because of that, like I'm the type of person, I remember even like year 5, year 6 times there, the teachers always said to me, "No, like, you should be like in the lower sets." And because of that, I've always had this mindset within me to always go harder. So beginning of year 6, I don't know how I remember it. I was like in the bottom set, but end of the year I was on the top set.
Top of the top.
Top of the top, man. And it all came because of my grind and nature. So it's like these seeds, have manifested now into my adult life. So I'm like, I don't accept mediocrity. I can't accept that anymore because I've been counted out for so many years. I said to myself, no, that can never be my portion.
Do you think it's mad? That's like a proper full circle moment.
Yeah.
Bro. You went from not being able to speak between the ages of 4 to 10 to having a podcast. Now you're speaking in front of millions of people. Crazy.
And speaking at some of the biggest corporations, IBM, Microsoft, biggest universities, Warwick, UCL, Imperial.
Let's keep going.
Imperial, LSE, all these places here. But in terms of your other question, bro, what would I say to myself?
Yeah.
And this is for everyone, but I'll say the question I will say. This is what I will say to my younger self. If that makes sense. I'll say to myself, you are different. You are different. Don't follow the crowd. Get a vision, make it plain, and run with it. Because you're not the same as everyone else. Like even back then, I knew I wasn't different. You man probably felt the same ways. You man just knew there's something innate within you. It's like, yeah, no, my environment I'm in right now, that's not me. Like people like to say they're a product of their environment, but I don't believe that. To be honest, I think you're a product of your mindset. So yeah, what does mindset actually mean? Mindset means, if you break the words down, how you set your mind.
But don't you think your mindset's shaped by your environment?
It can be, but you have a choice. I'll give you an example. So when you look at, you guys heard a story about the alcoholic? So like there's like a dad's alcoholic. Two kids. One kid came alcoholic. The other one didn't come alcoholic. They had the same environment.
No, I agree with your points.
Per se, but guess what? Their mindset was different. The way they perceived that was like, one person was like, well, my dad did it, I'm gonna do it too. The other person was like, you know what? Yeah, I've seen it. I don't want to do the same thing. So you are part of your mindset. So saying all of that, I believe all of us were all different, we're all special here. So I just tell myself, Rob, you're different. Get a vision and run with it. That's what I'm doing now, and I'm very thankful that I know where I'm going. I wake up every single morning. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going by the grace of God. I know that, of course, distractions coming along the way to come and test you to see how much you want it. But I know where I'm going. I was talking to John in the car, and we're talking about ET. ET, you know, Eric Thomas, right? And he said, it's all well and good to say you want to do all these amazing things, right? But life will come and test you to see how much you really want it. So when we talk about the test, the girls, the laws of life, all these things will come and test you to see how much you really want it. Because sometimes when you're on the deep end, as we all are, doing what we're doing, life can come and test you to see how much you really want to be in the deep end. Because not everyone's meant to swim the deep end, you know. Some people are just meant to be in the shallow end.
But some people are even meant to be in the water.
You know what I'm saying? That's another one, bro. That's another one, bro. So yeah, that's what I'll say there. So
me, I'll probably say what's Tay like.
Yeah, what were you man like when you were younger?
Tay, them times there, I would just, how can I put it? I just didn't care. Like I just considered myself as the coolest. Like I don't know why, but that's what, like in primary school, I considered I'm the best in the class. Cocky, I was just one of them cocky little kids. Like, but the thing that was good about it is just that I just didn't care what people thought of me because I thought
that's good.
I just thought I was the guy, even though I didn't really have anything to be the guy. But it's like small little things like this. I'll never forget this. My year 6 teacher. You know when you go on like what's it called? PGL, when you go like away from parents. Yeah. Went on one of them. Everyone's gone there. I'm free. I'm lit. I'm wearing these hot pink socks. Bright pink socks. Everyone's wearing their standard black socks. I'm wearing my bright pink. But me, I think this is cool. Like no one can chat to my pink socks. I'm the man. And I remember my teacher, Mr. Hughes, shout him out. I tried to find him for years because I want to chop up with him. But he said to me like, how'd you do it? I'm saying, do what?
Wow, he asked you how you do it.
How'd you do it? I'm saying, do what? He's saying like, how do you wear your pink socks and not care? Like everyone's wearing their plain black socks and trying to blend in. Like,
and it's not just that. Like you're in school. Like kids are gonna say like, "Are you alright?"
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
He's like, how do you do it? And I'm saying, do what? But I'm not actually clocking what he's talking about. I didn't know I was doing anything. But naturally, that's just my aura. I want to stand out. I want to be someone that's a bit different and wear my pink socks.
Trendsetter, bro.
Like from early, that was just my thing. Do you get me? So the one thing that I would tell myself at that age is maintain that. Don't ever lose that.
Yes, bro.
Growing up, I reckon at certain points I did start to lose that.
Happens, innit? Happens,
but I'm definitely getting back in my bag. So I say to him, don't ever lose that. Do you get me?
Don't that, bro.
Be afraid of being different, standing out, wear your pink socks. You get me? If you want to be loud, do your things. I saw a quote. It might have been Nipsey that said it. You don't know I'm a Nipsey guy.
Come on, man. Marathon continues.
That's what I'm saying. He said, in order to be free, I have to be me. Do you get me? Them times there I'm free. I ain't got a care in the world. No one can chat to me. So in order for me to be free again, I have to be me and just remain my authentic self. Do you get me? So
bro.
That's how I see myself.
This is heavy, this episode so far, you know. This episode's heavy, fam. It all comes back to what we just said a minute ago. About how in order for you to create a lane, create a lane for yourself, right?
Yeah.
You have to be different. You have to be yourself. And what you showcase at 11 years old, bro, it's like the seeds of what's happening now in your life now. Like 100%. From back then, you were that guy who was a trendsetter. You're being different, and I look at you now, like it's come to pass now. So, bro, what Nipsey said, that bar about if you want to be free, you have to be me. It's so real because it's so easy for us to conform. You go to work, you come home, you live for the weekends. All these things here which just put you in a box. I'm not saying nothing wrong doing a 9-to-5 job, nothing wrong with that. But it's like, what are you doing to be me? Because you're just doing what everyone else is doing. You're just being them.
Yeah, and bro, like I've always found it. We're not gonna make this episode too deep, by the way. We're gonna try to kind of keep it like, you get me? But one thing I found about myself, I've always found it easier to essentially be me than try and be someone else. It's hard, bro. It's tiring. You get me? When you walk into a
time consuming,
it's hard. Like obviously now, I'm in like my first like corporate 9-to-5 type of thing. Before that, I've always done my own thing, trendsetter, podcast. You get me? So now I'm in this environment where people don't actually look like me, and they don't really come from where I come from. You get me? First 2 days, you know, when you walk in, you're trying to fit in. But by the end of the day, 5 p.m. comes, I'm tired, bro. You get me? Because so on the third day, I said to myself, like, I'm making a thing. As soon as I step into this building, nothing's changing. Do you get me? So the same way that I speak at home, it might be a bit more elevated, you know what I mean? But I'm still gonna be myself, do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna conform. And if I'm speaking to a manager in a senior position, I'm gonna make sure that my personality shines through, because that's what's gonna make me really navigate through this company properly.
That's
it. Yeah, humble, man.
Strong.
Humble.
What about you, bro?
How about you?
Shit, man. I don't think I can top Mr. Pink Socks over here. Let's try. I think primary school me. What was the question again? What was I like in primary school, basically? I can't lie, I was that angry black boy in primary school. Not like I'm proud of it, but that was literally me. Like I feel like in every school there's just one, and there shouldn't be, but there is one in it, and that was definitely me. Short, bald head, just want to fight everyone. Someone could literally like break my pencil, and I'm full on trying to fight them, innit? Like I used to have, but that was a trauma response. You know what I mean? Because when I was younger, I used to go through, again, not being bare deep. I went through stuff in my childhood, and I didn't think that I was in a comfortable enough space to talk about it. So I would express that energy through aggression. Does that make sense? That's the way it will come out. So literally from like age 5 till 12, like in my household especially, like I was just known for getting in trouble. I'm just always that angry kid. Angry. And like me and my mum have a running joke now, and it's called I'm Fine, because throughout my whole childhood, whenever I'd be going through anything, I just wouldn't talk. And every time, like I could have tears down my face as a 7-year-old, my mum saying, "What's wrong? I'm fine." Or I could be bare happy. Are you alright? I'm fine. Like that's my coined default term. You know what I mean? I'm not telling anybody what's wrong with me. So by extension, what I would say to my old self is that it's alright to be vulnerable, because I never felt like I was in a space where it was safe for me to really talk on how I felt due to certain things. So
that's good, man.
Yeah, man.
Question,
It's me still.
How do you it's not in my podcast.
Sorry, do that, bro. Do that.
No, I'll get to my podcast bag right now. But bro, how do you feel that because you know labeling theory is a very big thing, right?
Yeah.
How you're labeled is how you perceive yourself sometimes. Yeah. So how do you feel like being labeled as the angry black guy affected how you were, your childhood, and even to this day?
It made me master. I sound like an airbender, bro. It made me be able to what's the word I'm looking for? No, not.
Just use the word
transmute my energy. And I say this to you a lot.
What does transmute mean?
So like, say for example, we finish this podcast and I don't know, I get a ticket on my car and that'll make me feel angry. So the first thing I will do is I'll go home and I'll get in my bag, I'll smash out our website, or I'll go to the gym, or I'll go to training and use that anger and I'll guide it into progression. Okay. And that is where I learned that from when I was younger, and I used to be very, very angry. My mum put me into kickboxing, and for all the anger I had built up inside of me, I used that energy and pushed it into something.
That's amazing.
Do you know what I mean? And then since literally, I've told you already, since the age of 12, man just turned. However I turned it the other day, for like a good 9 years, I've just been doing martial arts, because that's how I express myself. Through that energy I had here, I've pushed it into something which is positive.
That is powerful, man, because energy is like kinetic, innit? It's always moving, so you have to move. If you're gonna be angry and that's energy there, you want to move that energy to something else, something more productive for yourself, which actually serves you as a person. I've got a question for you, man, though. A lot more lighthearted.
Let's line it up, man.
Yeah, let's get anything, lad. I'm an open book. Geezer. Oh yeah, you didn't get.
Oh yeah.
I do remember. I don't remember exactly what I was like, but I remember what I would tell myself. I would tell myself that listen to the people that have already gone ahead, and listen to the people who've been there before you, right? So I remember my mum telling me one thing one time. and there was this one guy that I know or knew in primary school. And she was like, oh yeah, stay away from that guy, stay away from that boy. I'm like, why? Like, that's my guy. Like, that's my friend. Like, that's my guy.
That's my brethren.
That's my brethren. I'm like, I remember he was doing stuff which wasn't like, obviously people didn't like. And I was probably like, looking at that and being like, yeah, that's cool.
That's
like,
wavy.
That's wavy. Yeah, let's do that. But my mum was like, he was just doing like naughty stuff. Like he was just being a naughty boy in like primary school, like doing stuff he shouldn't. Like butt flips and stuff. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, and then my mum was like, yeah, stay away from him, because obviously like she could tell. And then I remember there was like, I think we fell out or something like that. We just didn't talk for a little bit. And then I remember like the other day, like years ago, I must have seen, I say the other day years ago, but it was like years ago, I think it just came out of sixth form or something like that. I must have seen what he had become now and like where he is at now. I was like, damn, like my mom was right. Cause she said like, yeah, don't, like if you're around him, you're not gonna end up in a good place, innit? And I saw where he ended up and it wasn't in a good place.
Crazy.
So I'm like, listen to the people that have already gone ahead and have been there before you, because they have some games to give you.
That's real, man. Like taking what Jono said, like your parents know things, you know. Like don't think like your parents are naive to what you're going through. Like they went through what you went through. They've seen the whole play, do you know what I mean? So taking what your parents are saying. Definitely.
But it's in a certain area of expertise, so I'm not going to listen to my mum about business.
Yeah,
I listen to some of what she says, I'll take it in, but I'm not going to take it in as Bible. You see what she's saying as, I have to do this. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'll take it from her perspective, but not from the perspective of someone who's already run an effective business. There was something that someone told me the other day, it's like, don't take advice from someone that you wouldn't want to switch positions with. And I take that advice on like a lot, because the person who told me that I'd like to switch positions with him. You see what I'm saying?
You said you wouldn't listen to your mum about business. Would you not switch positions with her?
No.
But he said,
I'm saying
in the area of like relationships.
I would speak to her about that. But then in terms of business, she hasn't run her own business before. So I'm gonna listen to her. I'm gonna take her in on what she's saying. Be like, okay, cool. So she's saying, oh yeah, might have a little bit more empathy with a client or something like that. I'll be like, that's true. Okay, I see where you're coming from. Let me do that. But if she's telling me to make this move, then that move, then this move, I'll take her in. But I wouldn't say I would take her in as much as someone who's already running. If you haven't run the race that I'm running, I can't really follow your steps.
See what I'm saying?
But I know she's been to primary school. And I know she's been to secondary school. I know she's been through there a couple of times. So I should have listened to her at that time. I kind of did, but I think God just had it in a way where it's just like, okay, well, you're just not going to be around that person.
100. Alright, back on podcast now. Alright, cool. So I know me and Ty touched on Energizer quickly. Sometimes Ty gets on my nerves, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, listen. Yo, wait there. I just told you I do martial arts. Bro, let's see you wanna jab cussing at your face. You get me?
You're doing well, by the way.
Killing it, Steve. Yeah, G, you're doing well. Get me?
But naturally, as brothers, we're gonna have conflict sometimes. And me and Ty definitely do. So my question is, do you guys ever have any conflict? And if there is any conflict, like how do you guys make sure that you make sure business is straight and you maintain your friendship, because you guys are friends at the end of the day.
Brothers at the end of the day.
Good question still.
You know what? Do you want to start? Or should I start?
I'll start. So I wouldn't say we have conflicts, but we have disagreements. And whenever we have disagreements, and whenever we have disagreements, we just talk about it. It's just communication. We just say, alright, bro, what's going on? Talk to me. Because at the end of the day, if we talk, we know we're just gonna sort whatever it is out. And there'll be times where it's not even times that we're always just transparent, isn't it? So if we ever, because more time, let's say for example, Rob's slacking or something, and I'll tell him like, bro, if I feel like you're slacking, I'm gonna slack too. If I feel like you're not putting in energy, I'm not gonna put in energy either. That's just how I operate. It's like, okay, now I understand that you're operating in this way. I'm gonna communicate more, because I wasn't really slacking. There was just so much on my plate that I couldn't handle the stuff that I said I was gonna handle. And with communication, we're able to get through whatever we need to get through. It's literally just communication. That's how we get through anything.
Like one thing I will say, obviously at the start of the episode we spoke about what we do, but there's amazing stuff we're doing. But don't get twisted. There's a lot of effort, a lot of energy you're putting to different pots at the same time. So sometimes one thing can get neglected. That's why the point is talk to your brothers and be like, yo, bro, I'm sorry about this. Mercy, innit? Just mercy. Sorry, I did that, right? And then we move on, and we always do that, man. Like disagreements always happen. In fact, for me, if you don't have disagreements, there's something's wrong, fam. Because how's everything moving perfect, fam? Don't get twisted though. We are like, me and John, we're very very vulnerable and very transparent. So it's not as like as peak as some people's relationships, right? But for us, like we're brothers. We just talk it out. Deal with it as soon as we can, and we just move on, bro.
And we use logic as well.
That's important.
Like, it's just decisions. Like, okay, cool. So this decision makes sense because X, Y, and Z. And then one thing that me and Rob always say, like, if we let's say for example, Rob says to me like, "Oh, bro, I think we should do an episode about this. I think we should go here and speak." I say, "Picture to me." And he's like, "Okay, cool. I think we should do this.
Picture to me, big man."
And then if I say something, I say, "Okay, I think we should add this to our event, or we should get this speaker."
You know, I think we do that without saying the word pitch. Let's say Tyre comes to me with an idea. I'm not gonna say pitch. I'm just gonna say why. He's gonna
say
why.
Tay was sitting on the phone quiet, and I'm just sweating like fuck. Like, I think we should do it because of this.
But that's why I say like it comes down to like at the end of the day, it comes down to like emotional intelligence. Like with this podcast, I've grown in that because sometimes my ego and my pride can do a lot of the talking. You get me? When I'm having conversations with Ty, sometimes let's say we're disagreeing on something. Sometimes I need to G-check myself and say like, Tay, your response you're about to give, is it your ego, your pride, or is it just
100%, man. 100%. Like, sometimes John says things to me. He's like, we should do this. I'm like, bro.
And you know what?
I want to do it my way.
Sometimes, I'm going to be transparent.
Bro, sometimes
I don't even want to do his idea just because it's not mine. Like, because it's not mine. I don't even want to.
It's good that you said that.
Yeah, but you know what it is though? But it's, at the end of the day, like, that's where ego, you got to push to the side sometimes. Cool. Logically, it makes more sense for bro's idea. Do you get me? Because it's going to do X, Y, and Z. Do you know what I mean? So
100%, man.
Yeah, when it comes to business, whether it's with your friend, family member, stranger, like, you need to handle your emotions properly.
No word. I mean? But it's a learning curve, and I feel like you man can definitely agree that it's a journey. Do you know what I mean? Brother. So obviously you guys have known each other before the podcast. Since had a solid foundation since 11. But the podcast is me and Tay's foundation. Do you get it? Like when like I said on your episode, me and Tay only met like halfway through 2021, and we started the podcast like maybe I want to say 8 months later or something.
Oh, sorry, people. If you haven't seen it yet, we've already done an episode with the boys.
We've
already done an episode.
Check it out.
Run it up.
Go to Purpose Led on YouTube everywhere. Just type it in on everything.
You'll find it.
All
you gotta type it is PUR Purpose Led will pop up because their thing's clear already.
Come on,
search engine strong. You know what I mean?
But, as I was saying, back into your point about like learning certain things, emotional intelligence. Like I've just been for myself. I've had to learn a lot. Do you know what I mean? In working with Tay, because obviously that's my boy forever. But on top of that, it's my business partner. On top of that, it's my whatever, my podcast host. Did you get it? So it's like a lot of things I've had to develop to be able to like run a business with bro. Do you know what I mean? Considering I've only still a stranger. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's a lot, bro.
Do you know what it is? For me, I always see it like, I'm always talking about seeds in it, because life's all about plants and what you plant and what you plant will grow, right? I'm always talking about seeds. So for me, I always see this what we're doing right now, all of our ventures right now, just seeds for other parts of our lives. So for example, I know the seeds which I'm gaining in this season here of communication, of work with someone in the team, all these things here will help me in other areas of my life, 100%. Business, relationships with the missus when that comes, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm going to ask you guys in a minute about, by the way.
Don't worry, we got some conversations going on.
So all these things here, I know when the time comes, things I can look back into my wardrobe of lessons I've learned. And when I talk about lessons I've learned, my wardrobe, talk about lessons I've learned through Purpose Led, that apply it to my seasons in business and relationships, because I know I've been through that beforehand. I've been through disagreements. How do I deal with it here? Cool. I deal with it like this. Let me apply it again to business or to the missus.
It's transferable skills.
That's it, broski, man. That's it. That's what I want to ask you, actually.
Go on. Chat to us.
Can I go for it?
Yeah, go for it. Fire it.
So, okay, the questions that you said for us, is this the moment?
Yeah. This is
basically what we've done. For some context.
Alright, go on.
For some context, what we've done, we said, this ain't a podcast where we're asking the Mandem questions. You guys hit us.
Yeah.
They're going to throw us some questions always.
Hit me, man.
So hit us. Take it anywhere, bro.
See, I got my bulletproof trendsetter.
I've got a very good
Go.
I feel like it might be similar to yours.
Yeah. No, I'm going to start the jokey one first.
You do that one and I'll do that one.
Cool. So, obviously, you guys don't know this, right? But we were meant to come on this podcast like 2 months ago now.
Yeah.
And then obviously it didn't work out, but it's all good. We went to Nando's, chopped it up differently. Very, very good time. My question I want to ask you guys, don't worry, it's not a scary one.
I had to say it.
It's not a scary one. It's not a scary one. Because that conversation there was amazing, by the way. Nothing mad. I want to ask you guys.
Can I just say something as well?
Yeah.
Can I just say something, please, quickly?
Talk to them.
So you see that day where we came here, like, because we're in South East London, right? We came to this is West London, right?
London, yeah.
We came down here, and then obviously we didn't get to record, and then Ty was like, like you were vexed that we weren't able to record. Of course you were, but you were clearly vexed, right? And I was like, okay, this must happen for a reason. The first thing I said, like, this happened for a reason, man. I don't know why we're here, but we're here for a reason, innit? And then as soon as we came out, we met that one guy. I don't know,
Skits.
can't remember his name. Yeah, we met Skits. That's
Skits, man.
And then you
Shout
wanted
him
to
out,
get
man.
big up Skits, and then you wanted to get like your hats to one of the people that he knows, innit?
Exactly, yeah.
And then you just so happened to have a whole bunch of hats on you that you said, oh yeah, bro, I've got the stuff in the boot right now. Like,
Chapping out the boot.
You know what I'm saying?
Pop the
He's
boot.
like, I'm gonna see what can happen.
Yeah.
That only happened because if we were in the studio, that would never happen.
No word.
That would never have happened. So I said
That's
everything
mad.
happened for a reason. As soon as I said that, we came outside and that happened.
And then off the back of that, he actually took a picture of the hat that I gave him and put up on his story.
Crazy.
Followers from that.
Swear. Wow.
And then straight after that, not only did we just go and we just chopped up with this guy, right, and he could just put you onto someone that you don't even know yet. They might just be watching you right now and then reach out to you in 2 years' time and then just invest in your business or even buy it off you for a couple M's. I don't know if you want to sell it. But straight after that, we had a conversation which might have even been better than a podcast we were initially
probably one of the best combos I've had. I'll be real with you. Like,
Yeah,
with the man, that was probably one of the best combos I've had.
Yeah, 100%.
Serious conversation. I'm talking like I'm saying like we haven't chopped up with you lots individually.
Yeah, ever.
And this is our first conversation, and this conversation was nuts. We went into, I told them stuff about myself, and Rob told them stuff about himself.
Yeah.
And you lot told stuff about yourself that you probably haven't even told a lot of your friends.
Real.
First time we talked, and it's only because we weren't able to actually come in here and have the podcast. That's it. And I said everything happens for absolute reason. But that's what I wanted to say.
But that's power. That's so strong, man. Even on that, even on that point in there, before I even go to my question, you actually don't know who's watching you. You know, you don't know who's watching you. Like as you said, bro, that someone there through us not having a podcast, could have followed your page, and now they watch you for the next 2 years now, bro. And then a couple of years time, they're like, I see your thing, I want to invest in you. And even that's one angle. But even our podcast right now, we're all doing our thing in our own lanes. And then you don't know in a couple of years' time who's watching us, what someone could do for us.
Talk to me about Lorraine.
You talk to me. I don't know what you're saying.
Lorraine. So Lorraine just came on our podcast recently. Big up Lorraine.
Oh yes.
Lorraine, right? MBE. Put respect on it. Is it? Honored by the Queen.
Crazy. Rest in peace, man.
But
Shout out Lizzie, man.
So she must have only been getting 7 views on her YouTube.
Yes.
Mind you, we get hundreds and we get thousands of views, right? She was only getting 7 views on her YouTube.
5 of them were like her mum.
5 of them were her family, right? And then the X Factor reached out to her. The X Factor reached out to her after 7 views, bro. See, you don't know who those 7 people are, though. No. And it's the same as this other guy that I heard about. He was on a he started working with Oprah, and the only reason he was working with Oprah is because he'd been uploading videos for years, only getting like 20 views on YouTube. And then one of the people in Oprah's team was watching it, and as soon as Oprah said, "I need someone for this specific reason," she said, "Oh yeah, I've been watching this guy for however many years, man, and let's fly him out." And then he just ended up on a private jet with Oprah.
Bro, I'm about to swear, fuck the numbers. Like, seriously, fuck the numbers, because you don't know who those numbers are, bro. You know what I mean? Bro. You can have 20 views, but 10 of those people can be powerful people in powerful positions. You know what I mean? So stop watching the numbers and thinking, I'm losing because some man are getting 10K and I'm getting 20. Like, you don't know who these 20 people are. Plus, through the numbers, you don't see the impact. Do you get me? So the impact that you're leaving on these 20 people can be big to the point where they're going to their friends and saying, "Have you heard of my man? Like, he's dropping gems on the podcast." You know what I mean? So don't let these numbers cloud you and think that you're not doing well because you haven't got loads of them. Do you know what I mean?
That is, I got so many things I want to say.
But let's get into the questions because we're going on a rampage.
My God, if let me just park it off, right? Let me park it because I've got so many things to say to that. Alright, cool. My question is, for the Mandem, because obviously you guys are in the limelight now. You know what I'm saying? You guys are doing very well for yourselves. You're scared, bro. You're scared, bro.
Oh my dear.
That's like a blooper right there. My question is, for the Mandem,
Yeah.
How's it been like with the girls? In terms of like girls, attention.
That is mental. I had the same question.
Temptation, all that stuff there. How's it been for the Mandem?
Yeah, you go first.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie,
Talk to them.
We want the real.
I'm gonna sit here and lie.
You're gonna sit here and lie. You're not gonna sit here and lie.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that it's been easy.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Yeah. And the reason being, I'm not gonna go down the route you lot thought. I'm gonna go down somewhere else. But it's like, because we're speaking on this podcast, people are getting context behind who we actually are. Do you know what I mean? They know who Tate is. They know my personality.
Yep.
My experiences.
Some, not the whole.
Some, whatever I put out there, you know that. So now, when girls approach me, they're not approaching me on a blank slate. They're approaching me on, I know who Tay is.
That's real.
And let me pull on some calls because I know some of the things that Tay said.
Oh, I haven't thought about it.
Do you get me? Like, it's real. And
wait, expand, please. Expand.
Cool. Let's. I'll give you a real life example.
Yeah.
Let's say now, on the podcast I was talking about a specific book. And I said in a specific book, I had a specific quote. there's been times where like down the line, I've spoken to a girl and the girl said, right now I'm just reading this book. And in this book I've heard that rare. And I was like, what? Initially I'm thinking, what?
This is the one. This is the
one.
one.
God, you gave me the one. But then as the conversation flows and I'm saying, all right, cool, like, you heard about this and did you read this part? And what did you think about this part? Crickets. And I'm thinking, wait, so when did you read this book? Oh, no, I only read the first 3 pages. But hold on, that quote you said was that towards the end of the book. So how did you, do you know what I mean? And not even just in terms of the books, but it's like, a lot of people try and play on like your experiences as well. Like, I know you've gone through X, Y, and Z, so let me try and come through and cater for those experiences. Do you know what I mean? So that's probably one of the things that I've realised. When it comes to females. Do you get me? So yeah, even though we're not the biggest podcast, but it's like where we're getting like a good couple 100,000 views, million views, you know what I mean? On the socials, it's like that's a lot of people coming your way. Do you get me? And sometimes it can be hard to kind of filter who's genuine. Who's not.
And that's crazy. That's at this stage. Like we're just starting.
We're just warming up, man. We're just warming up.
I would agree.
I feel like I got through that question nicely.
No, but the thing is that's the PR answer.
The PG, bro.
You know football after the football matches, they talk to the people at the end. They're like, "Yo, it's a good game, mate. You know, buzzing with the lads." No. That's a PR answer. I want a real answer, bro. He thought you get away with that, bro. How's it been like with the girls? The DMs, the sneaky conversations. Like, how's that been like, bro?
It was on the raps, my boy.
Yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's been a lot of female attention, innit?
Yeah.
Naturally, there's been a lot of female attention, but you just gotta kind of figure out like, what are you doing this for? Do you get me? Like, are you in a season where you're dogging? Yeah. Are you in a season where you're trying to find the one? Or are you in a season where really and truly girls aren't really on my agenda right now?
Is that your season right now?
I've been through all 3 of those seasons, bro. Like, I've been through the season where
we will have, you know.
Exactly. I've been through the season where I'm dogging.
Yeah.
I've been through the season where I want to settle down and find a girl.
Yeah.
I've been through the season where I'm just trying to stay away, do my thing. Do you get me? Right now, I'm on my own type of timing. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Yeah.
What up, mate?
Taser is like,
Good answer.
Let me
Wait, guys, put the comments here if you think he's been fully genuine there.
Chatting shit, man. We all know he's chatting shit, innit? I don't care.
I know my boy, anyways.
Let me sip my drink and spill the juice. You get me?
Bro, I like that one. Bro, talk to us, man.
Cool. So the real my experiences with women on this since I've been doing a podcast here is first and foremost, not even on no cocky shit, because we're not yet the #1 podcast, but a lot of our clips have been viral amongst our age group in, I'd say, a certain geographical location in and around London, wider UK, I'd say. So a lot of the women that I seem to come across, some of them already know me or think that they know me because they've seen 1-2 clip, and it's weird because I'm trying to chat to this girl, for example, on a fresh slate, but she's like, "Oh yeah, like I've seen your podcast," or da, and it's weird, bro.
What do you
mean,
bro?
Wait,
I'm not having it, bro.
Talk to me.
Just use my answer and remix.
No, I didn't.
That's exactly what I said, bro.
Alright, put it this way. Cool. Let's be real, yeah. Since I've been doing this podcast, I've had a lot more female attention.
Yes.
That's the real. Yeah. Is that verified?
Yeah.
Cool. Had a lot more female attention, and it's becoming a bit harder for me to navigate. The real? Yeah, cool. Yeah. It's become a lot more harder for me to kind of navigate, like, and find a balance, like, do you know what I mean? More, I'm not gonna be like, all these girls, but it's just more because
he's not like that, you know.
I do not.
You can't even go Costco.
I do not. You understand? Yeah. However, man, I'm just in a stage of my life now where I'm not. It would take a lot for me to be in a relationship.
Question: are you the dogging stage? You set you up for that one. Are you the dogging stage? Are you the dogging stage, loving stage, or focus stage?
I am in the stage where I'm a full throttle dogging. No. But is there a bit of canine inside of me? Yes. You know what I mean? I'm just being real with it. Like, obviously, I'm just living life as a single man doing my thing. So if you man want to take that as ties on hold.
Hold on, so I'm getting to your
bag. Do it.
Are you?
What's a vibe?
Definitely your bag.
Are you like single as in single, or you're single as in someone's gonna get vexed that you're saying that you're single?
Well, after this, someone's getting upset.
There we go.
Alright, let's flip the script because the pressure's off us now.
Oh wow.
Fuck.
I wanna go. Who am I gonna go for first? I'm gonna go for John first.
I'm single. I don't give a fuck, man. I'm single.
I'm gonna go for John first.
Me?
I know, yeah. Don't get it twisted. I know, because we have the podcast. It's the same on the other side. I know that you guys are getting attention from the females. I know it for a fact.
And I know they like a man of God as well.
Is that a man of God? A man in the gym, biceps all.
You get it, and then the biblical verse in the evening and things.
You get me? Business is strong. I'm seeing you do events, and I know there's a few girls coming just to speak to you guys. Yeah. So how do you guys? Firstly, you. Yeah. How you feel it? How you finding it?
Yeah, you finding it, bro? Go on, bro.
I'm finding it. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's a different type of attention. And what you said, which was interesting, is that like people feel like they know you already.
Big one.
Which is nuts, because people will come up to me, women will come up to me, they'll say me by my whole name, like my government name. I say, I don't know you from anywhere. I'm like, have we met before? Kind of thing. But like, nah, we met. I watched the podcast and that. And you know what's weird? You know what's weird, and you lot will all be able to relate as well.
Yeah.
There'll be people that you meet, there'll be women that you meet, and they'll move like they don't know you.
Oh yeah.
They'll move like they don't know you.
Yes.
And then like,
and then babes, you see my clip. Do you get it? Don't do that. Stop doing that.
Oh, hold on. I feel like
Sorry to interrupt you quickly. Oh my days, mad story. Yeah. So me, I started going to church recently.
Yeah, come on, man. Hallelujah, man.
I'm in church.
Hallelujah,
heavy,
man.
I'm in church. I go Sunday, but I recently started going to one on a Tuesday.
Okay.
It's for the younger generation. So first time I'm going there, I pulled up a little bit late. Yeah. So obviously service finished, everyone's speaking. Nice to meet you, boom. I see one girl though, yeah. She doesn't say nothing to me. I'm thinking that's fine, cool, no problem, yeah. Then towards the end of the event, she comes up to me, she's like, I recognise you from somewhere. And in my mind, I know where you probably recognise me from, because it can only be one place really. But
all Trendsetter London.
All Trendsetter.
Because Trendsetter is all over the
place. True.
But I didn't say anything. I just kept humble. I didn't even mention the podcast. And then she was like, oh, actually, I think I've seen you on a podcast. I thought, actually, you know that. You do that from the jump start. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You should
have said, bro, back on Instagram. I bet you're subscribed right now, bro. Allow that, man. You see that?
Do you know what I've seen before as well? People will, like, if they know that they're going to be somewhere with you, they'll unfollow before they see you.
But some people are weird.
And then they'll ask for your Instagram as if they don't know.
Some people are weird.
Some people, like people that I've seen, I'll say, look, I'm already following you in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just return, you know what I'm saying?
Return the
favor.
See what I'm
saying? So we can talk. You see what I'm saying? But like, it's very strange. But anyway, the women, it's calm, man. But I'm staying out the way single.
Yeah.
I'm staying out the way single.
What does that mean?
That means that I'm just doing my thing in it.
So that means there's no girls in the mix.
No, honestly,
I know you're leading some gal with purpose. You know what I'm saying?
my thing is, I'm just staying out the way in it. Like even like there are women that are interested in me. Like I'm sure that there are women that are interested in all of you lot as well. Like I'm definite that there are. But I know that right now, I want to stay focused, and I know that I get distracted easily. Yeah, that's my main thing. That's my thing. I get distracted easily because if there's someone there that is really like I'm okay, yeah, I'm liking you. Yeah. Then I'm gonna want to give attention to you. Yeah. But I want to give attention to something else. Yeah. But then obviously my business, not something. Not anything else. But then one thing that Rob said, and one thing that a lot of women have been saying to me as well, actually, is that like the right woman will take you to the right places. Like they will actually enable you to scale even further than you could scale yourself. And I say scale because that's just a business term I like to use. But just go further. Go even further than you think you could go yourself. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. And I was speaking to one girl as well, and she was talking about like how I was saying that taking off, it's like right now we're in a taking off stage, right? We're all in the taking off stages. And in the taking off stages, there's like turbulence. There's turbulence.
I don't know the analogy for somewhere.
Was it that you said it?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, there's it was you that was saying this to you.
Rob's like stealing my lyric, bro.
Rob said this to me. Rob said this to me, and then I repeated it to her because like, something that Rob said. And it's like when you're taking off, there's like this period of turbulence, right? Yeah. And then I was like, right now I'm in that period of turbulence. I'm trying to get up there, but then I'm in a period of turbulence. And some people don't get past that period of turbulence. They just come back on the ground because turbulence is too uncomfortable. I said that on the round table.
Yeah, that was good.
The turbulence is too tough. Like they can't handle it, so they go back to the ground again. But I'm like, okay, in this period of turbulence, I'm not trying to see a bird fly across my windscreen.
Yeah, let me hold tight.
Do you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to just stay, because I'm the pilot. I'm trying to just stay focused and then, okay, cool, I got my steering wheel. I know exactly where I'm going.
Dog. This ain't British Airways. Are you footing or not, bro? Let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it real. Talk about turbulence and easy jet.
But let me what's the real?
What's the reals? Let me know.
I said less of this, fam. Straight down to
you, Chat to me.
What she said was that the right girl is going to be like a flight attendant, just calming everyone down.
Okay, that makes sense.
Calming everyone down, and then make it.
You don't understand.
Shall Shakespeare Mandem film.
Yeah. Make remember English. But just calming the whole plane down, innit? Just making sure that you can take off steadily. I was like, that's fair enough, but I'm just focused right now.
That's real. I was saying the other day, I think I might have heard this in church. I don't know where I heard it. Yeah, but the devil's not gonna attack you with things that you don't like. Do you get me? So you can't get me drugs because I don't take drugs. You can't get me alcohol because I don't really like alcohol. You see, girls. That's my one. That if you really wanted to get me down, it'll probably be that one. Do you get me? So now I'm in a period where I need to stay disciplined. And I feel like the biggest test of discipline is when you've got what you want in front of you in abundance, but you're saying no to it.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Control for real, man.
Yeah, that's always been my thing to try and get man down.
What do you lot think about alcohol then? Wait, who drinks? Do you drink?
I drink, but obviously, go on.
Yeah, I drink, but like I don't, not excessively or nothing like that.
Recently, I've been drinking more because obviously I've been on 2 holidays.
I saw you out there. Yeah.
After this weekend, no more drinking and nothing because obviously I'm training. Got another fight in like 3.5 weeks.
Yes.
Like a bit of a diet still.
What's the date again?
22nd of April. Got a cage fight, Cage Muay Thai.
I want to come.
Yeah, but I send you the details still.
Please do, man.
Mind me.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Still.
And then do you drink?
No, not really. No. Barely at all, man. It's not my thing anymore. Used to, but not anymore.
No, like I think the only time I'm gonna drink is like if I go somewhere like Spain, 'cause I'm gonna be traveling a lot more. I can just do everything from my laptop. If I go somewhere like Spain or Italy where they're making the drinks, like it's the cultural thing. Like, I'll try it, innit? But then otherwise, no. And then the main reason is there's one event that me and Rob went to back in the day, and it was like it was sponsored by Ray Nephews as well, and Big Up Black Seed actually is what it's called. Big Up Carloca, right? It's like the 7-figure fund for black tech entrepreneurs. I'm not a tech entrepreneur, but I'm half of that. I'm an entrepreneur, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Let me see what you say. And I'm black, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, 2/3 of it. Yeah. So I came there. I was like, okay, there must be some people with a little bit of bread and a little bit of ideas in the room. So let me go in there and talk to them. Do you know what I'm saying? And anyone who comes there is going to be on the same vibe as me because your vibe attracts your tribe. So I come there now and I know that everyone's going to be on the same vibe as me. And it's a free event, mind you, right? I know I'm going to take value out of it. I come there, all the people that are doing their thing are not drinking. None of them are drinking. I'm talking, Michael Dapper was actually one of the people on the panel. He wasn't drinking. And I don't know if he drinks outside of it, whatever, but he wasn't drinking there. All the panelists, they weren't drinking. The investors that I saw and I spoke to, they weren't drinking.
Some of these people were this year, they were Force 30 under 30.
Force 30 under 30. And I'm like, okay, these people aren't drinking. Why are they all not drinking? Success leaves clues, right? So why are they all not drinking? And I'm like, okay, so if I go home now and I've been drinking, I'm gonna wake up and I'm just gonna not be I'm not gonna be me, right? I'm gonna wake up, I'm just gonna be like, oh, can I be asked to get up? And then I'm gonna get up late and that's just gonna have the rest of my day in shambles as well, because I know if I don't start right, I'm not gonna end right. So I'm like, okay, cool. So drinking affects the morning, that means it will affect the day, that means it will affect the rest of your life. So and then there's when I looked at drinking, I took myself back. I said, what are positives of this? Number one, I am happy in the person that I am, right? And then drinking is a form of escapism. People call it a form of escapism, right? I'm like, I don't want to escape from the life that I'm living. I'm building a lovely life. Like, I like my life. I like to live it. And I like the person that I am without even having to drink. So why drink? And it costs money. It mashes up your liver. I'd rather improve my liver. All I drink right now is basically water and apple juice.
Apple juice and my drink still. Real. But yeah, when it comes to not apple juice, when it comes to alcohol, yeah, I feel like like something of having too much of anything is bad for you, innit? Naturally, do you get me? Like I feel like having like a one on a rare occasion, have a little drink, celebrate, nothing wrong with that. But I feel like the problem is when you're trying to use the alcohol as a form of escaping, like you said. And I've seen a lot of people, they do the same thing with weed. Do you get me? Like they'll be smoking their weed and whatever the case may be. When you first start, it might be for recreational reasons. You might be doing it to get lit, just to zone out. But eventually you're seeing.
But zone out what though? You see what I'm saying? Like, what's like that zone out? Where are we zoning out to?
I don't know. I haven't personally. That's not really my thing. Do you know what I mean? But people who continue to do it, it's like they smoke just to get away from the problems. And I hear it because sometimes these problems can be hard, innit? So I'm not putting no judgment on
of course.
at all. Do you get me? Because these problems you're dealing with can be hard. I might not be able to deal with it. But what you need to understand is you smoking this weed isn't actually helping the problem. It's just putting the problem on pause. Because as soon as the high goes, you're straight back to it and you're dealing with the same problem.
Get away with you.
Exactly. So you're going to be on the cycle of dealing with problems, smoking, pausing the problem, getting back. The problem's never actually going to change. You get me? Then a couple years down the line, that problem that started a couple years ago is so much bigger now. It's going to take a lot more for you to actually fix it. You know what I mean?
Good, man. That's real good, man. And now, in terms of the question you asked about relationships and girls and stuff like that.
I thought you didn't answer.
Can you answer it again, please?
What was the question again? I think it was your question. You asked us the question. We just flipped it back on you.
But I think you answered it a different way though, or was it the same way you asked it?
That's just like, how do you deal with the attention from women?
Oh, okay, so for me, I've been quite fortunate in the way my brand is. I'm like, people know me. I'm a man of God, innit? I'm very serious about my faith. So let me first of all talk about how it's been like having a podcast with attention women. also a lot more women now know us now. So that's one thing. And I realize now, maybe it's good, maybe it's not good, but I think it's mostly good. People speak to us now, but they already know who we are. So kind of they talk to us like they already know us, which can be good because obviously like we built that rapport already. Obviously I'm very good at building rapport with people, so it's good. But still, sometimes I'm like, how do you know this about me? But then I realize it comes with a territory or put yourself out there online. People naturally are gonna know more about you, right? So, but that's one angle, just like in terms of that area. But in terms of relationships and stuff like that, for me it's been calm, man, because girls know they can't come and talk to me like that, bro. I'm not on that. I'm focused right now. Obviously, to use the analogy of the planes, I'll use the analogy of like a rocket. When a rocket takes,
you guys love flying, innit?
That's what we're going, man. That's what we're going, man. But
when you mean not on that, sorry, what does that mean?
So to keep it completely transparent, I've been celibate now for 3 years.
Big, bro. I need to touch on it, bro.
Yeah. I've been celibate for 3 years now.
I don't know how, bro. I know that it's definitely God's giving you that power because I know you can't do that by yourself.
Oh, not at all, bro. Not at all.
You can't do that by yourself. But how have you found that? Like, man, we're young, getting attention, girls here. Naturally, you have certain desires.
Yeah, of course, bro.
How have you gone? 3 years is a long time, you know.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Like, think about it. Like,
That's a long time, bro.
Just imagine, like your life got put on pause for 3 years. When you come out of that 3 years, life's changed differently.
Yeah.
So how have you found it, like going 3 whole years?
That's why you're so bowler, bro. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. You get all that energy inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How have you found it, man?
Bro, that's a great question, man. I mean, first things first, it's not easy. I was even talking to John today, like, distractions come, but what happens when you're on the deep end? Like, life always comes to test you to see how much you really want it. So for me, have I dealt with being celibate, bro? And I've dealt with it in a way whereby I don't put myself in situations where I can slip up. So now it's like, say a girl's talking to me at night time, or she tries to talk to me at night time, I just talk to her in the morning, fam. Because I'm very, very aware. I'm very discerning now of who I'm talking to and why we're talking. What's the general theme about our conversation? Yeah. So I don't talk sexual, none of that stuff there. I'm very careful what I watch and look at it on Instagram too. Yeah. Very careful what I watch. All these
that will trip you up.
Trip you up. Even like TV shows, I like power. So the sex scenes, I skip it. Like I'm very, very attentive what I do, and of course, reading my Bible, all that stuff there. Being around good people, John, all the people there who hold you accountable and hold you up. But for me, I can't lie to you. I can never ever say that there's a single effort. One, it was God's grace, and two, big up my brother Benny. He helped me. He's been celibate now for 3.5 years now. 3.5 years.
Benny.
Yeah, he's been out for 3.5. So it's like when we felt like every single time when you want to do something great in life, business, celibacy, anything you want to do right, there's always gonna be a hardship at the start of it. And as I said beforehand, life always come and test you to see how much you really want this. So at the start, bro, there's so much temptation.
What's the biggest temptation
I've had?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Tell me about one gal who wanted a slice of rub.
Tell us the time when you was the closest to actually lose that streak.
Oh wow. Without going too deep.
No, go deep. No.
No, a situation whereby this was like a couple years ago now. Just make it very, very clear. A couple years ago, one girl was interested in the kid. She was feeling me.
In the kid or having the kid?
I don't know, man, but she was interested in me, innit? I kind of clocked her aura from early, to be fair. We linked, and I saw a vibe, and I couldn't go further, fam. I couldn't go further.
So after the first link, you locked off?
Yeah, no, I had to lock off, bro.
So what, like me, you know, build it, you know what I'm saying? So was it like first link, she's all doing
Yeah, just like quite touchy. I was like, this can't work for me, because for myself, if I put myself in those situations, I will slip up. So I was like, respectfully, this can't be a thing. So I just locked off there, man. Respectfully, of course.
I saw a quote, it said the Bible again, my Bible bag. It says
my pastor.
Yeah, come on. It says
Pastor Trendsetter.
Come on, you know. It says, I think it says something like the devil's at your door like a roaring lion.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Is that Romans or no? It's one of the epistles, but yeah.
I'm not too sure, but it's like you're outside the door and he's waiting for you. And as soon as you open that door and you trip up and you lose your celibacy, you know after that, you're in the cycle now. Do you get me? Like, you're gonna want it more and more. So make sure you hold on to that, man. And the day that you do wrap it all up and you're ready to go, you're gonna feel like that feeling's gonna be crazy. Like you've gone so long, you're gonna feel like you just open your eyes after being blind for 20 years. It's gonna be crazy for you.
Bro, I'm not having sex again until I'm married. You can clip that at the start of the video. I'm not having sex again until I'm married, bro.
Clip that.
I'm not having sex until I'm married. So for me, as long as it needs to be, it will be. And end of the day, of course, there's temptation, but there's a verse, and it says that even at the last moment, there's always opportunity for you to get out of it. That's life. Like you could go do an ooting, do anything mad. Even at the last second, there's a chance for you to get out of it. Say if it comes with opposite gender, you want to do a thing. Even at the last moment, you've done everything. you could stop right there if you want to, you know. Yeah. You actually can.
It's
and
opportunity.
But I don't put myself in situations where I can get to that point because I know me. Like end of the day, I tell people all the time. People think like, hey, I love Jesus, but I'm still a man. Like I'm a child. I'm a man of God. Before the God part, I'm a man. And men, we are weak naturally. I mean, I say man, I don't really mean men. I mean like human beings.
We're weak to our desires.
We're weak to our desires, bro. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let me not put myself in situations whereby I can slip up. So I'm just very, very attentive about who I talk to, where I am, who's in my company, and because of the vibe I give out. Like I know some of the man them maybe in the public when in the public eye they get a lot of attention from girls DMing them. I don't get that, man. Thankfully. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that, man.
What did you say? Your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yeah, man.
That vibe out there. So
exactly.
And that's the thing. Like you see, even when it comes to women and even with porn, like, a lot of men struggle with porn.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
That's all on there.
One thing that I say to guys all the time is put things in place when you're in a position of strength to protect yourself when you're in a position of weakness. Because when you can do that and you can actually put those things in place, even when you're in that situation where it's like, oh, you feel like you want to do this, you can't. I'm talking about there's certain apps, use freedom. If you don't like being on social media all the time and then that's something that you're addicted to, if you're addicted to other things, if you know what I mean, use freedom. Freedom actually blocks the domains that you actually can't visit them. Unfollow certain people. There's going to be certain things. You have to understand your triggers. You actually have to understand your triggers. If even like with women and that kind of stuff, you have to understand your triggers. Who is triggering you? There are certain people that are triggering you. So how are you going to do things in a position of strength to protect yourself in a position of weakness? Maybe it's actually calling up that girl and say, like when you're feeling like, yeah, I can do this, call out that girl and say, listen, man, we have to lock it off.
Sorry, babe.
Like, listen.
Giving you my last slice.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That last time was the last time. You see what I'm saying? And you just have to leave it there.
Oh, sorry, bro.
That's it, bro.
I was even going to say, like on that point there of doing things in a position of strength, even away from like the sex thing, like for myself in the morning, I wake up at 6 a.m. every single day. And the reason why I'm able to do that now without snoozing is because my phone is outside my room. Cause the things that everyone has strong desires, everyone has strong wills. You want to do something, you want to say you have a desire to wake up early in the morning, that's your desire. But then when you wake up in the morning now, you're tired, you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. So you snooze the alarm. That's one thing. So what I do now, in a position of strength, aka before I go to sleep, I put my phone outside my bedroom because I'm strong at this point. When I wake up in the morning, when I'm weak, I have to get out of my bed to go to get my phone, and then from there go start my day. So the same thing applied to porn, all the stuff there. Like I don't do any of that stuff either. I guess that's probably a big reason why I'm able to bulk up so big now because, bro, I haven't done it in years, bro. So all that energy, as we said earlier on, is being transferred into my body. So that's why I do that. So I reckon, hey, mandem, ladies, please, the porn thing, less of that, man.
Yeah, well, that's rub. Just so rub. Like, in my personal opinion, if you're not trying to go all the way and be celibate, like my fellow black brother here, prioritize having real life experiences with women that will give you more benefits than just that quick little, do you know what I mean? Like deeper, and especially to all you man who are similar ages or older or even younger, you're a big ass man in your bedroom with a sock or in the not the kitchen, in the toilet or whatever. That's nasty, bro. Like have a real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We're better than that. Still, we don't do anything there.
Let's touch on some more questions, man. So hit one question. You got a question for us?
Hit me.
I know it's similar to mine, fam.
Hit me.
Yeah, I feel upset though.
Hit me. I took off my bulletproof vest. Hit me.
Bulletproof vest. Yeah. I'm gonna be serious. What is one thing that you love about Tay?
Oh no.
What is one thing that you love about Tay?
What do you love about me, brother?
The reason I asked it, I'm gonna give you some time to answer it, but the reason I asked it is because one time we went to speak at a school, right? And it was a group of, it was a mixed group, right? And I think they were like year 11s or year 10s or something like that.
Yeah, year 11s. Yeah.
Year 11s, and then they were in the class, whatever. We did our thing and whatever. They engaged, which was really really good. But this group of boys stayed behind as well. And it was four black boys?
Yeah,
four black boys.
I think it was even more. You know, I think it was like 5, bro.
5 black boys.
Yeah, I think 5 of them.
And then it was 4. It was 4. I remember it was 4. And then what we said to them was like, okay, cool. All of you, or what I said to them was like, all of you, say what you like about each other. You first. So there was this one guy, and I got all 3 of his friends to say what they liked about him. And he had never heard his friend say this in his life. We don't say this to each other. We don't say this kind of stuff to each other. We don't tell each other what we like about each other.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And I think it's crazy because we're always getting onto each other, like about different things, like this, that, and the other. But what I realized is me and Robert always beating each other up. Always beating each other up. I'm saying, oh, bro, you're doing so well in this, you're doing so well in this. Oh, yeah, my brother, There's nothing negative that I'm saying to him. If there's anything that could be seen as negative, it's just literally just constructive criticism.
Constructive.
Do you see what I'm saying? So we got them to all go around in a group and say stuff to each other that they never heard before.
It's powerful,
They're
man.
really, really appreciative of it. And even the teacher, his jaw was dropped. He's like, "What? I've never heard them talk this nice to each other in my life. Like I've never seen students do this with each other." So I'm saying, as people, as men, matter of fact, we need to be able to tell us our friends what we like about them, what we appreciate about them, and what we actually see in them as well. Because we can actually see stuff in our friends that they can't see in themselves.
Facts.
So there's stuff that Tay will see in you, there's stuff that Ty will see in you that you can't see in yourself. But because he's from an outside perspective and he knows you so well from an outside perspective, he can see it and bring it to light. And that might be something you've been thinking in the back of your head, like, I might be good at this. But Ty might be like, oh no, you're amazing at this. This is something that you need to go into. But because you never say it, might never say it, that's never going to come up in conversation.
That's good, man. That's
So that's why we brought it
What
up.
do I love about my boy? I would say, one thing I love about Tay is probably just his hustle in business. I'm not gonna lie, and that's the first thing that comes to mind. Like when you think, I'm gonna make your head bigger than it is, but when I think Tay, I just think grind, hustle, jug. Do you know what I mean? And it
That's
really
good,
does
man.
like inspire me for real. And if I'm being all the way real, forget all like the Grant Cardones and the Rich Dad Poor Dad. Whenever I need inspiration, I swear down, I just go on his gram and look at them office videos. You know what I mean? Like that, for real. See him, my brother, like from the jump, put the brick upon the brick and then lay the ting.
Lit, you know,
and
that's
I'm
so-
seeing,
yeah,
I'm
it's
seeing the
cold, it's
underfloor
cold.
heating and ting. I'm seeing some bad boy things. You get it? Like I can't lie, like that's one thing. Like I'll be real. Like man, really love that about you, innit? Like your hustle is just second to none. You inspire me for real. Because everyone says, but to be a better man every day, innit? And I'd say that you make me reflect on myself. Do you know what I mean? Like when I'm having maybe a bad day or I don't know, it could just be anything. But I sometimes ask myself like, like, what would Tay do? Do you get it? Like on a real, like I'd be like, cool. Like if I'm doing this move, what would my bro do? Because I know that he's clued on as well. Do you know what I mean? So certain moves I might make because you lot know I got a lot of energy. Sometimes it can come across as immaturity. What would Tay do? Would he do that? No, not saying I'm gonna be lying, Tay wouldn't do this, I'm not doing it, but cool, that's like a good point of reference for me, innit? So I'd say whenever I think Tay, I just think grind and hustle, innit? And man, love that about him, bro.
Wow, brother.
That's a lot.
Appreciate
That's
that,
a major question, you know.
Appreciate
My
that.
dog.
What have I got for time, man?
Yeah, man.
Alright, cool. I'll go to like, I have some time to think, so I got mine from the jump here. I'll go to like the first time me and Ty stepped out together, So story time again. I love my stories. Yeah?
Come on, man.
We must
Your
have
ID, you idiot, bro.
me and Ty must have stepped out. We went Shoreditch.
Yeah.
Me, this is my first time kind of off the curb as such, because man, not really beforehand, man didn't really touch no clubs or nothing like that. Do you get me? So this is the first time man's proper rolling to the club. But me being me, I didn't step out of my ID. Do you get me?
gosh.
So we rode all the way to Shoreditch now.
Jarring.
Yeah, and about to go into this club, it's looking lit. Girls are outside. I'm thinking, yeah, bomb. We get to the door, ID. My jaw dropped. I'm thinking, yo, myth.
Love.
But one thing that Ty done, cause me, I was ready to go. I was thinking, bro, it's home time, innit? We wrapped it. The one thing that man loves about Ty is that he said it already. He turns a negative situation into a positive. Like naturally, that's what he does. Like we'll be hit with a situation, podcast, it could be anything in his personal life. He's switching that. I don't know how he does it, but he just turns it into a positive somehow. Do you know what I mean? So on that day there, Ty was like, listen, these parties, I remember he said this, he said, these parties don't make the night, we make the night. Do you get me? I heard that and I said, yeah, we're rolling there. We went to one random bar. When I say this bar was some dead bar, like there's people that didn't look like us. But me and Ty's vibing in the middle of the party,
lit.
do you know what I mean? And we got lit, had a good night, do you get me? And that's down to Ty, because in my mind, I'm thinking, bro, home time, man, wrapped it, ruined the night, whatever the case may be. I think we went to like 3 different places or 2 different places without our ID anyway. But if it wasn't for Ty to say, listen, the day is not over, we can still turn this into a positive, then we wouldn't have had that night. Do you get me? So yeah, for Ty, he turns all the situations into a positive.
I'm an airbender, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Come
It's
on.
real. But I think
That's a very good question,
man.
man.
What about you, man?
Ooh. You go first, my boy.
Can you read the question again, please?
What do you like? What do you like about me?
Well, there's so many
What is
things.
one thing you love about
One thing,
our
there you
brother?
go.
Not like, let's
your
do
brother.
love,
Oh,
bro.
sorry. Love. There you go.
Wow, okay. Man, there's so many things. Okay, cool. Should I list them out or should I go to detail?
Detail on one. We want detail on one.
One. Bear with me, because there's a few things I can say.
I don't think about you.
There's, you know, let me list them out. Yeah, and if whichever one sticks, I'm gonna speak about it. So one thing I love about my brother, his loyalty. This man is loyal to the soul. He believes in you more than you believe in yourself. He said it earlier on. Yeah. One thing about
Can I
John.
stop you there quickly?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we throw around this word loyalty a lot. So I'm going to put you to the test now and put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Where's one time where Jono showed you loyalty, where you said, yeah, bro's loyal to the soil?
bro, even when I'm not there yet, and people ask about me, bro, his answers are so patterned, and people even say like, John speaks about you so well when you're not there, you know. I'm like, wow, okay, that's dope. So yeah, his loyalty, his belief in you, because John is the type of person. He said, I said to him the other day, me and John, we talk every single day. He said to me, like last year now, he said, Rob, and I'll never forget this. He said, Rob, I believe in you more than you believe in yourself, you know. And I'm a confident man, super confident man. You might know me. He said, bro, I believe you more than you believe in yourself, you know. I said, damn. Obviously, now what I'm doing now, start my coaching business. That's what he was alluding to. So those seeds there have helped me and served me in a way to help me in the season of my life now. So first things first, I love John. I love my brother's loyalty. Loyal to me. When you're not there, he will speak highly of you. Another thing I love about my brother too is his fact that he will always pick you up and always believe in you more than you believe in yourself when you need it. Another thing I love about my brother too is his desire to be a solution-based man. You know what I'm saying? There's too many people, we always say all the time, there's too many problem showers, not a lot of problem solvers. He's a problem solver, and it's something which has benefited and rubbed off on me too. Like his nature of problem solving, bro. You know what I mean? Now I'm a problem solver too now because we've helped each other in that area too.
One thing we've done like within the team, because we big up Grace and Glory in our WhatsApp group. Like one thing we've done is like don't come to the group if you haven't got a solution for the problem that you're about to say.
That's it, man.
Like if there's something that you're saying and we can't do something for some reason, just say like the solution with it. You know what I'm saying? Have that attached to it.
I like that.
Another thing I'm gonna say, I love my brother. You know, I realize when you guys talk about how much you love each other, you guys are saying man love this, man love this. You have to say I love this.
Love you, my bro.
Love you, my boy.
No, love. I
love you, bro. I love you.
I told him I love you, my bro.
Okay. Because you know why? Because man makes it very not personal. But another thing I love about my brother too. I lost my thought. Another thing I love about you, brother, is I lost my trail of thought.
John's just that guy. That's why.
Yeah, no. There's bare things I can say about him. I remember it now. He's so kind. That is super duper. And he's been raised well. You look at someone like you've been raised well. Good background.
You just shake your mum's hand.
Yeah.
Well done, man. You know what I mean?
You've been raised well, brother, man. Like that's one thing I love about my brother. Like he's selfless. He's kind. He's always willing to take correction. Always willing to grow. That's a super duper important trait to have, man.
That's one thing I say about you as well. Like you're very, very open to actually like being able to learn. Because I remember when we were starting up with the Instagram as well. Because I have a graphic design background in it. And then Rob doesn't. And this is his first time doing all this kind of stuff. And then Rob was running the Instagram. And there were certain things that he was doing where I was like, oh, why are you doing it like that? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Okay, this is how you do it, right? And even if I wasn't saying it in the right way, like I wasn't communicating the best way, because in my head it's like logic, like you put this there and do that there. But it's because I've been doing it for years, innit? And this is Rob's first time doing it. So that even taught me a lot as well, about having to actually like communicate with people effectively. But anything that I was saying, he was like, okay, cool. Okay, I've got it. Let me do that. And then he will actually apply it. Because a lot of people will take stuff in, they won't apply it. But he will actually apply it.
That's good,
and
man.
also your stature as well. Like your stature as a man, like the way that you actually want to be a man and you are a man. Like just the way that you are too. I love that. Your leadership, I love that too. You're actually a leader. You know what I'm saying? Look at you smiling. Nah, for real, serious. Wow.
In the building, man.
Why do you always go to God's side? Like, I actually don't know.
Yeah, do that again, bro.
No, for real. For real.
People that were in the building.
Wait, but yeah, but as you're saying, bro.
But yeah, like literally, bro, I do have love for you, man. Like,
Have love. Okay, I say that's a big difference too, you know.
That's a big
You know,
difference.
back in the day we talked to girls, I have love for you, you know.
Yeah.
I've never said that, you know.
To a girl.
You know, I've never called a girl beautiful
Is it?
in my life.
You see me when
I
I was younger,
I protect that word.
Shout out Jordan, yeah. Jordan's
Is that girl?
This. No, this is my cousin. This is my big cousin,
Yeah.
So when man was younger, I had a girl, but I can't lie. When I was younger, I was a proper like simp. I'm not gonna lie.
What were you, bro?
Swear.
I was.
Speak for yourself, man, bro.
I was, bro.
Yeah, when man was younger, like, when man was younger, I was one of those girls that man loved the love. Like if I'm in love, bro, and I thought it wasn't love now. I'm thinking about it, but So I remember one time I had my iPhone. My cousin Jordan was staying at my house. My mum went to Jamaica, so he was watching me.
Okay.
I don't know how we done it to this day, but this guy can get into anyone's phone. I don't know how we done it, but he just always finds a way and boom, he's in the phone. One time I'm sleeping, I wake up. But I'm waking up to laughing. I'm thinking, bro, what's going on here? What's happening? My cousin said strawberry. I'm saying strawberry. Why do you keep saying strawberry? At the time, I had a girl and I used to call her strawberry. I used to call her strawberry. But till this day, this guy still calls me strawberry. Till this day.
Yeah.
But I I can't remember what I was. I can't remember.
I know what you mean.
What did I touch on?
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, like when I was younger, like that was my thing. I just used to compliment girls all the time. Beautiful, strawberry, until man got my heart. And man,
that one heart just changes
I
a man.
turned to a different guy.
Was that before or after Trendsetter? After you started Trendsetter?
After.
Fair enough. That make you harder.
Yeah, that's that. I reckon that if a man ever needs any type of motivation,
Get his heart broke.
get heartbroken.
I would recommend it though.
I wouldn't recommend it, but like
you need it. You need
trust
it.
me.
You
but
You think
know-
so?
Yeah,
You
you
think
need
you,
it.
I don't. Nah.
No, you need it.
Guys, I don't wish that on any of you guys. Please.
No, I'm not
Not
wishing it
touching-
on you lot, but you, yo.
But what I think you should do though,
Yeah.
because when you get heartbroken, you have like a sweet spot. You can maybe like a month, 2 month window where you're just going hard. But what you need to do is you need to make sure you maintain that sweet spot for a bit longer than 1 or 2 months until it becomes like a habit.
A
Do you know what I
lifestyle.
mean? That's the hack. So if you get heartbroken, you're gonna have that sweet spot, but do all you can to maintain that sweet spot. So you're still using that energy. Do you know what I mean? I wish I'd done that because it lasted for like 2 months and then it kind of faded out.
I didn't finish what I was saying. Just before we go to the next bit, I didn't finish what I was saying. I said he's been raised well, man. Super duper important trait to have, man. And I can't lie to you, bro. When the time comes for you to find a woman will be blessed, fam. For all of us.
I don't even think it's a thing about finding a woman. I feel like the right one will just come across your path.
So when the right woman finds us,
I like that, strong.
I like that. I like that.
Strong.
I like that.
I like
Do
that.
you guys? We need to wrap up soon.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Do you lot think? Yeah. What's
let's be good.
I want to word it properly. Like, do you guys think? Do you guys believe in finding the one?
The one.
No, dog.
I want to say I do, you know.
Well, what do you mean by that? Sorry, is it like one person on this earth for you?
Yeah, like there's that one
I don't-
person
I
that
don't
you
think
lot,
so.
you lot were meant to be together. Like this is
Nah.
I think
Nah,
the world is
man.
too big.
This
Do you know
ain't
how many
time. I
people
don't
there are?
believe
I'm glad because you can find a girl in London, in Southeast, but then,
Yeah.
rather you might go to Hawaii and find someone that's
Bro, the
just as
world is
much.
bigger than Southeast London.
That's what I'm saying. It's
bigger
big.
than England, man.
That's
Trust
why I
me.
bigger than
say-
England, for
That's
real.
why I say, like, at our age, like, relationships don't really make sense at the moment. You know, it can do if you
I don't know about that.
each to their own, innit? Each to their own. If you consider that,
Somebody want to tell us, bro?
Oh no. What I'm saying is that, like, as I said, the right woman. I feel like the right woman would just help propel you. Like you even had that conversation with the other guy the other day, innit?
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Matter of fact, the other guy, Isaac, big up women. Like,
Women's
my
that.
guy,
having a
man,
right,
Zach,
having a
yeah.
conversation with. He's been on here before, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
big up Isaac.
yeah, and he's found the one, right?
Yeah,
He's in a
yeah.
relationship,
Big up
yeah.
Stefani as well.
Big her up,
shout
man.
out,
Lovely
shout
woman,
out.
man.
That's
That's
it.
so it can work, innit?
Yeah,
It
it
can
can.
work. But I don't feel like we should rush it
Yes.
at all because you
Agreed,
can.
yeah.
Your wife, your girl could be anywhere. Hawaii, America. She might even be in your area. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Don't settle down before you've weighed up your options.
No
I'd say.
word.
At the end of the day, yeah, obviously the plan is for us to have. We spoke about this, but actually personally, you and I. But the plan is essentially when you get a girl, that's you there.
Yeah.
So why rush? There's no rush. Like we're actually all young. We'll like as I said, right now we're at a point of turbulence, going up.
Yeah.
This is a point whereby there's the most amount of resistance. So it continues to go up, up, and up. And when the time comes, we are at a good level, a good altitude. Then you can find a woman.
That's my promise for my woman. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I find you,
Yeah.
you're gonna be good. You're patterned.
100%.
I'm saying the same. I'm saying the same
found
thing.
you yet, but you're patterned. You're good for life. You're good. This whole title, man. You get me?
Yeah, no, I tell the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Darling, hold tight, man. I'm coming, man. Trust me. But let me just sort a few things out first, yeah?
That's what I'm
The
saying.
business, etc., and then I'll come for you. Yeah?
All right. Alright, cool. Boom. Go chopping up with the man then.
Yeah, man.
I could sit here for ages. but
100%,
I can't lie,
man,
like, we don't
100%.
even
Okay,
need-
keep
that's
going.
what I'm saying. I don't even want to finish this convo now. But flipping, what we do, you know the play already. We always leave a gem for the people then.
Okay.
So what gem would you leave for anyone watching the episode? But it has to be a practical gem that they can take away.
Practical
like,
gem.
right now, they can apply it.
Okay, cool.
Where would you guys take it?
Give yourself 66 days to form a habit and see how far your life will change.
66 days.
That's
Very
how long.
practical.
That's how long it takes to make a
precise.
habit. Because it's not people think like a month. No, it's scientifically speaking, it takes you 66 days to create a habit. Do it for 66 days, and see how much your life will change. Be intentional, trust your process, and even when you don't feel like doing it, do it.
Proper. Wow. Jono, chat to me.
Whatever you're doing, measure it, because you can't master what you don't measure. So let's say, for example, you're like,
Me like that one.
let's say, for example, like you wanna work out, right? And you wanna gain weight. You have to measure it. The only way that I was able to gain weight, 'cause I used to be skinny. I feel like I upgraded to slim. Yeah, I used to be skinny, I upgraded to slim.
Yeah,
like, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But the only way I was able to change was by actually measuring my growth and like how many calories I was taking in it. So that's the main thing. If you're trying to grow in any way, even like sales calls, for example, you're trying to get better at sales, can't master what you don't measure. Measure how many people that you speak to on a regular basis, all that kind of stuff. Just master what you're measuring, or just measure what you want to master.
Real for me. Do things to push yourself out of that comfort zone. Book that solo trip. Do you know what I mean? Go cinema by yourself. Do you know what I mean? Go Nando's, go for a meal by yourself, man. Like, the things that you do outside of your comfort zone is not only going to build your character, but it's also going to build your life experience. And those are two key components that you need to have, I would say, a well-rounded life. So just do things to leave your comfort zone, man. Book that flight, life is short. Go out on your own. Fuck it. Excuse my French.
Big. My one, I'd say what I say. My gem for the people then will be run to win. So whatever race you're running, it could be uni, it could be running a business, it could be a podcast. Make sure you're running that race to win.
That's good.
Like, I believe second place is the first loser. Do you get me? You don't want to be second place. Like, you need to be first place. You get me? If you're not, you go again, you retry and make sure you are first, innit? So, yeah, to cut a long story short, like, whatever you're doing, make sure you're doing everything in your power to be the best in that field, innit? So when people think about your industry, your lane or whatever, your name pops up first.
That's amazing, bro.
So I say, yeah, just run to win.
That's amazing. I saw. Sorry, I know we're closing up here, but I saw a video. Big up my boy Lordwin. Yeah, he said, you've been put on this earth to be an answer to a problem. We needed to have the fastest man. Oh, sorry, we needed the king of pop. Michael Jackson was born. We needed the fastest 100-meter sprinter. Usain Bolt was born. Usain Bolt was born. We needed someone to change the game, the trend set. You were born, bro. We need someone to make the best websites. You were born. We need someone to be the best public speaking confidence coach in the world. You were born. We need someone there to take the whole game, improve the whole entrepreneurship landscape, and help them scale their businesses. You were born. So what am I saying? I'm saying to you guys, yeah, you may not think of it now, you may not believe in yourself, but you're not here for you're not here for just any random reason.
For vibes.
You're here for a season, but make that season count. Just like spring, summer, winter, and autumn comes. Your time here on this earth, it's just a season, but please make it count. And the sooner you find your answer, your question which you're here to answer, the better your life will be.
You're here for a reason, man. And even if it was a mistake, you weren't a mistake. Do you know what I mean?
I love that. I love that.
Boom, we're in the game.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Appreciate it, my bro.
Dope episode, man.
Man. We're out.